So I think I do that a lot, and I talk pretty recklessly. So
I had breakthrough moments because I went into the lean-in therapy. I did therapy for a while that was kind of like the kick back and that's interesting, or asking questions about other people's, you know what I mean? Hey, can I ask you, why do people, and it was always about things that I was observing.
Yeah.
But when I finally really dug into like, what is my trauma? When did I establish it? And once I knew what happened as a kid that kept me off kilter. See, I thought I was on steady ground. Once I learned what I survived growing up, it made the rest of the world start to do this, because I could then realize, oh fuck, when the world was when the chaos had settled for me, that's when I was anxious. Because growing up as a adult child of an alcoholic and not knowing what dad I was going to get, we always had to be in like battle royale mode, prepared for like, going to be a good night, it's going to be a rough night, and it kept you in a constant state of like revved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My mom would fucking sleep with one foot on the floor, because if he came home and he was, fit to be tied, it was going to be a crazy night.
I only know your dad as a jolly guy.
And he was, until he imbibed too much, and then a lot of his old tapes, all of his, shit would come up.
Really?
So once I figured that out, and I could really like rip at what was my capsizing moment as a kid, I started to become, I started becoming more present and forgiving of yesterday, not thinking so much about tomorrow. Last maybe 5 years, I've been pretty present. A little bit of anxiety, but.
So did you do that in therapy and figured out, I wonder what my trauma thing is? I'll tell you the one thing that really freaks me out. And I don't know but this is the thing that the underlying thing for me is I'm waiting for. Do you ever like been in the mall and then you hear someone's kid start choking? The sound the mom makes when she really needs help, like help, and
right?
That untethered emotional moment, I feel like is always on the cusp of happening. And in those panic moments where I'm just like I don't know. When you said the mall, my mom was agoraphobic, but my mom had like a myriad of phobias. Really?
We couldn't go through the tunnel in Boston because if there was traffic, she would lose it. She had a lot of fear.
Really?
We would go to the mall. If we were on the second floor of the mall, she would get that thing where she'd feel like she was going to fall off the balcony.
Yeah.
Grab me, pull me against Sears, and we'd be like against the wall, and she'd be like, I feel like I'm going to fall off, and that would make me want to jump. People who feel like they're going to fall want to jump because they're so scared they're going to fall. And we'd have to like slink along the wall and go into the store and go down inside the store.
Holy shit.
So you said mall, and immediately I remembered having to help my mom as a teenager to get away from those traumatic moments.
And did your mom drink?
Like very briefly.
Yeah.
Like Lewis and Burr once in a while at the show to be like woo woo.
Yeah.
But no, didn't drink at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And do you think your dad's drinking is the reason you didn't drink?
As I've gotten a little bit older, I think so, because not so much of more the good people around me that were like, if you can focus on the things that you love, you have a real shot at making them come to fruition. But that drinking sometimes gets in the way, right?
Yeah.
And they try to prepare me, if I'm gonna do that, then maybe don't go to excess, because it was like a contest to see who could be the drunkest of all the men in our family. Really? I think it was just something in them that was like, I don't know, some old school Boston thing where it's like, you can't just have 2 drinks. You gotta fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
Get a drink, and then you gotta pile all the cans up and make a fucking can pyramid. And then somebody's gonna knock it down and be like, what the fuck, Lou? And then there's gonna be an argument. And, the kids have to be like whisked away. Like you just see like, come on, let's go. Let them do their thing. And it was just this constant state of weird one-upsmanship and regret. And as I got a little bit older, into my 20s, the first sign I had of like, I'm going to be okay, was doing gigs, feeling like I had purpose, going home, and then not needing something after to fill that void. Whether it was like the show's over, or did I do well? Did I not do well? I never needed anything. I just ruminated and thought about like, I'd get probably anxious just based on like, I sucked, or I wish that was better, or whatever, but never having to put something in that space was the best decision I ever made.